A most magical Disney welcome to you all. Today we're looking at set 43206, which is Cinderella and Prince Charming's castle. It's a 5+ set which contains 365 pieces, and it retails for £74.99 here in the UK. I mean, there was no way I was going to pay £74.99 for 365 pieces. If Lego thinks I'm doing that, they can jolly well trot along. So I went to B&M, where I got it for £34.99, less than half price. So, yeah, kind of winning on that front. So on the box, we get a look at the characters that are included in this set. We've got Lady Tremaine, Lucifer the cat, a random butterfly, Gus Gus the mouse, Cinderella, Prince Charming, and there's actually another animal in the set. If you look on here, you can see there's a goldfish. So yeah, the box, I really need my camera to get into better focus. There we go. The box has various scenes. We see little Gus Gus hiding in the top of the toppermost turret. It's Prince Charming playing with his jewels. And Cinderella taking cheese to bed because apparently she enjoys having rodents creep into her bed in the middle of the night. Well, each to their own. Got Lady Tremaine feeding Lucifer a fish. Cinderella and Prince Charming dancing. And just a general picture of the back of the set. I think it's something like the, I don't know, 4th or 5th castle Cinderella's had in the Lego Disney Princess line. Don't really know why she keeps getting new castles. I guess if she's willing to try on shoes all day because her husband's into watching her putting things on her feet, maybe she gets to demand castles in return. I do not know. So the set comes with 4 bags and 4 different instruction manuals for different parts of the castle. So I guess it's good if you have multiple people wanting to build at the same time. Everyone can take a section. We've got a sticker sheet with 6 stickers. Based on the stickers, we seem to have, we've got an image of Cinderella's pumpkin coach from the night she had a wardrobe malfunction on the steps, and there's a picture of their wedding day. So this set is obviously based after the events of the movie. So I don't know why the clock in the set is focused on it being almost midnight, since that's not really an issue anymore, but I guess it's like the classic situation from the movie that everyone thinks of when they think of Cinderella. And we've got some stickers of Cinderella doing some dress designs, so it's good that she's still coming up with her own outfits and making them herself, even though she's rich now. So our first character in bag number 1 is Cinderella, and I'm pretty sure her outfit is a kind of newer design for this set, with it's got lacing at the back and sort of sparkly patterns on the bodice. And there's a slight metallic sheen to the ribbon on the skirt part. And she has the option of an alternate gown, like this different shaped skirt part. I guess when she's been married a few months and been eating cheese in bed every night, she gets a bit wider at the hips, and so she has this, I don't know, more ball gown shaped skirt piece. So yeah, it's all good to have 2 different options. You know, like most little boys, I wanted to grow up to be a Disney princess. But as I've matured, I've come to realise I have much more in common with this vicious, venomous old shrew, Lady Tremaine, who comes in the second bag. Don't know why she's in Prince Charming and Cinderella's castle, because they're not on good terms by the end of the movie, I don't think. I mean, it's been about 30 years since I've seen it, so who knows. Anyway, it's always good to have a villain in Disney sets because they're quite rare in the Disney line. She's got nice detailed printing on the front of her dress. She's got that beehive hairstyle. This is the first time we've seen it in grey. Minimal printing on the back, no printing at all on the skirt. And she comes along with Lucifer the cat. And also a goldfish. I assume maybe that's why she's here, to feed Cinderella's goldfish to Lucifer as an act of vengeance or something. I don't know. And looking at that goldfish, I wonder, is it the same one that came in the Sesame Street set the other year? Trying to focus in on those. Yes, exact same fish. So I guess maybe Disney don't have a very good relationship with the Children's Television Workshop, and they sent Cinderella to steal Elmo's goldfish. So the final bag gives us Gus Gus the Mouse and Prince Charming. And he has the same hairpiece that we've seen before on Fred from Scooby-Doo in the very short line of Scooby-Doo sets from a few years ago. It's the first time we've seen that hairpiece in black instead of blonde. He's got quite a decent face print and decent printed torso. On the back, minimal printing again, but it's all good. It's enough detail to do the job. So the first part of the build gives us this sort of little balcony section where Cinderella can work on her gowns. She's got some furniture with like a brush and fabric shears and a mirror, which it looks like a sticker on a circular tile, but it wasn't from the sticker sheet. That came ready stuck on, kind of like how a lot of the stickers are already applied on the Lego Super Mario sets. I've never seen that before on like Lego Disney sets, so that was interesting. She's got a tiara on top of the mirror. An extra one came with the set, so she's wearing one as well. I mean, I guess she's willing to put up with a guy who didn't even remember what she looked like and had to go around the entire kingdom trying shoes on every woman he found. So I guess the least she can get out of it is some decent bling. Below the balcony there's like a little kitchen area with like a little fireplace, an hourglass, a broom, a barrel with a fish in it, and a little cookie. So I assume Cinderella likes to stay in touch with her roots and likes to come into the kitchen and do cooking and cleaning. And she probably leaves the cookie on the floor, so when Gus Gus comes around he can stuff his fat little mouse face. Down the front of this section we've got a bit of greenery. That butterfly is just perching on the window ledge here, and And the reason I bought this set was to get these turret roof pieces. They're in like a sort of trans blue with a sort of sparkle in the plastic, which I just thought would be useful on some other builds I have in mind. And we've got the flagpole here, which is made from the piece we first saw with the boat captain on one of last year's CMF series. Right, so here's our next section of the castle. So we've got a pumpkin patch down here, I guess, so the prince can keep Cinderella in line by reminding her that, you know, she may be in carriages now, but she can go back to the pumpkin patch if she doesn't toe the line as a dutiful wife and put on shoes for him all day. So it's got like another balcony section. Which has a place for Lucifer to sit, and there's the fish. It has like the Mysterio headpiece that fits over a minifigure head, which actually magnifies the fish a little bit. There's a large grandfather clock behind that's, again, like all the clocks in this set it seems, pointing almost towards midnight. I mean, it could be midday. Maybe that's why everybody's up and about. Or, although I suppose the set has a ballroom, so I suppose it is supposed to represent a nighttime party. So we've got a gold chest, and it contains some printed coins, some jewels, and a sword. I mean, I guess if your wife is always luring rodents into your bed with cheese, maybe you have to keep a sword around to deal with the vermin problem. I don't know. So strangely, in Cinderella's castle, there's a cat door here for Lucifer. So he can go into this room. And the whole room is kind of closed in. So there's not really much to do in there. I don't really get why Lucifer has a room, but I mean, thinking about it, the fairy godmother's wand is here, and why it's here and not with the fairy godmother does make me wonder. Okay, crazy theory time. In Cinderella 2, Lady Tremaine got hold of the fairy godmother's wand, and she used its magic to try and undo Cinderella's happy ending. So I'm wondering if this set is more to do with that, like maybe Lady Tremaine's used the wand to make this castle her castle, and maybe that's why she's here. Maybe she's got Cinderella and Prince Charming, I don't know, making dresses for her and bringing her cheese and giving her chests of jewels. I don't know. Could be something to consider. Right, bag 3 is the bag that Gus Gus actually comes in. And one of the first parts you build is this sort of, I guess, romantic dinner for two. Romantic candlelit dinner for two. Except on one side it looks like Cinderella has a cookie to secretly feed Gus Gus. I don't know, I imagine Gus Gus hiding under the table, and Prince Charming will be chatting away about shoes and feet, and Cinderella will just be secretly feeding Gus Gus and not paying attention to her husband. Bag 3 also gives us the central part of the castle, which has the all-important clock ready to chime midnight, and got a nice jewelled decoration at the top there. It's a nice gold ornate filigree from those gold embellishment pieces. It's got the famous steps where Cinderella's too drunk to keep her shoes on as she's staggering out of the party. And in the middle it has this, what's supposed to be a dance floor. But personally I think it works better for when Cinderella's had enough and the prince is like, no, just lift up the hem of your gown for me so I can see your feet. And she's like, no, stay away from me. And he just chases her around and around and around. That's what straight people do in marriages, right? And that centre section clips into those two side balcony sections. So you can see the castle's kind of coming together quite well now. It's not really as wide as I thought it would be, but I suppose it's good it doesn't take up too much space. So yeah, you can see a lot of the little details are kind of coming together with the butterfly there, and some of the small details like the printed pieces, you know, have royal crowns on the sides on these banner decorations, and Cinderella's shoe on the window pane, because the prince has a one-track mind. It's occurred to me that there's only one candle on that candelabra on the dinner table. Maybe the royal household can only afford one candle, and that's why Cinderella's having to make dresses to raise some extra money. Probably that's why she's doing her own chores. Who knows? Right, so the last part we build is this bedroom and throne room sort of section. The throne's really cool. It's got like a pearlescent backing to it, using a it's kind of like a vehicle canopy kind of piece, like you'd get in Ninjago or something. And there's this nice big size bed, 3 turrets, which again we've got that blue trans kind of sparkly pearlescent infused plastic. And it all just sits in the middle of a castle there. So as we saw on the box, you can put Cinderella into the bed here. Despite being quite a wide bed, it can only fit one mini doll under the covers. And yeah, so here's where she has those nighttime cheese parties, and you can have Gus Gus come along and perch there to eat some cheese, but I don't know if she decides she wants all the cheese to herself and not to share with him. You've got the option to just shake him off the covers. I feel like after the wedding, the prince probably brought Cinderella up here, and he was probably like, hey baby, this is where the magic happens. And Cinderella was probably just like, no it's not, silly, magic happens in the pumpkin patch. But the prince is fine, he can get to have some alone time with this pair of shoes, which comes on a 2x1 printed tile. And while the prince can't wear the tiara, because heavens forbid the heir to the throne should wear a crown, he can sit on the throne, but the highest seat in the land goes to Gus Gus up here. So, would I recommend this set? Yes. Would I recommend it at full price? Absolutely not. That's an insane crazy price. That's like a 700 piece set, not a 365 piece set. So I'm really glad I got it at less than half price. And yeah, I'd say it's worth the price I paid. It's got an exclusive villain, who I'm not sure we'll see her turn up in another set. And 3 mini dolls in total, one with 2 outfit options. Some really good moulded pieces, like these castle turret pieces in the sparkly trans blue. Some nice printed clock faces with the grandfather clock and the main clock on the outside of the building. Pumpkins, printed cheese pieces. I believe they're the same ones we saw in the Looney Tunes CMF series with the Speedy Gonzales minifigure. I've got some food items. I've got that printed goldfish piece, which before this set I think was exclusive to Sesame Street. I've got a butterfly, they're always good to get more of. And yeah, just some, nice printed pieces. Which, yeah, they've got a shoe on, so they are very Cinderella, but I think it's subtle enough that you could use it in other castle builds. So yeah, definitely some good useful parts. Yeah, I definitely recommend picking it up, especially if you're into Disney Princess. I think if combined with things like some of the Cinderella carriage sets, or maybe the set where you had Lady Tremaine's house represented, sets that have the fairy godmother, if you got all those together, it'd be quite a good way for a child to retell the story of the movie, or even the sequel to the movie. But yeah, I definitely like it. I will be taking it apart to make a different build, which is what I bought this set for, but I've had fun building it. And yeah, it's definitely got a lot of charm. Yeah, we've got some pretty useful leftover pieces. And as with all mini doll headgear, their head pieces work just great on ordinary Lego minifigures. So for everybody that feels threatened by mini dolls, you do have other options. So yeah, that was me, a grown man building Lego Disney Princess, and why the hell not? Okay, bye-bye.